I'm Mary Beth from Brainwaves Instruction.
And I'm Jenny from Art with Jenny K.
And today we've got 3 really fun freebies that you can stick in your teacher toolkit for a rainy day.
The first teacher survival freebie that we have today is this teacher vision poster. And when it's all created, it can look something like this. Well, first of all, it has an inspirational quote. It has different questions. And the idea is that you go through, you answer those questions, you really take the time to reflect, which is something we probably don't give ourselves enough time to do. And then you can laminate it. You could
mat it on pretty paper.
You could hang it up next to your desk. So this is just a way for you to reconnect with the old you that got started into teaching, why you got started into teaching, and why you want to continue.
That's such a great idea because so often we don't think about our why, and this keeps it really focused.
Right.
So that would help a teacher survive.
Absolutely. Helps me.
Okay, I have another idea too. I call this little set of freebies backup plans. And that's the sort of stuff that we can't prepare for in our classroom, but we kind of wish we had a plan for. Like that time you were gonna do a PowerPoint presentation and your technology totally failed, or the fire drill in the middle of your poetry reading.
Because that never happened.
Right, exactly. So you're like, eek, it'd be so fun to have my kids still learning, and that's what this is all about, what you'll find inside here. So there's 5 different activities for 5 different scenarios that we all face. Okay, so one thing that we know for sure will happen in most of our classrooms is a fire drill, and it's really nice to have a plan in place for what kids can do when they're out on the lawn. And so I like to put together something that I call Learning on the Go, and it's a worksheet that I usually have kids grab a clipboard for to take with them. And the idea is that while they're outside, they're still using their brains, but they're doing it really quietly. There's different facts and challenges for kids on this worksheet. So for instance, one of the facts is that your working memory remembers 3 to 4 pieces of information at a time, and then the challenge is to write 3 things that they were studying before the interruption. So this will just keep your kids busy and you more sane, and it will make the fire drill a lot more productive. Okay, I'm not sure about you, but for me, I need this other piece that's in the backup plans, and that is what I can do with students when technology fails. And it's just a simple worksheet that I created, and it's called a technology debate. So imagine you're trying to fix the technology, you hand out this worksheet to your students, and it keeps them busy. And in the worksheet, there's 3 statements. For instance, one of the statements is technology saves time. And students will choose to agree or disagree. Then they'll come up with 3 reasons why they have that opinion, which is awesome to help them support their opinion. And then they'll move through the worksheet. Like if you're like me, that fail at technology multiple times.
No, you're the only one, Mary Beth. It's only you.
Oh, good. So then for me, I would just have lots of copies, but you'll just need one.
Yeah.
So the goal of this sort of teacher survival thing is that you'll never have to use it. But if you do, you'll be much more successful.
Right. The other freebie that we want to talk about today for teacher survival, we all know that the worst part about being sick is writing our sub-plans. So most of us are pretty savvy to having an emergency sub-binder, which look something like this, pretty simple, but inside it's full of various schedules and forms and procedures, emergency contact. It would be great to have Mary Beth's backup plans for fire drills and technology fails and other things. That some subs leave us really detailed reports, some don't tell us anything, and then of course we have to ask the students, and well, we know how that's gonna go. So this report makes it so simple. If they want to elaborate, they can, but they don't have to. And it's as simple as this. You simply have the date and the class, then the sub simply rates them. So for example, excellent. There were little to no disruptions, disrespect, or complaining. Students were on task the entire time with very few reminders from me. Then part 2, the individual student behavior. So if there was a student that caused an issue, or it could even simply be that something came up, that student had to go home early, or there was some other issue, this would be a great place where they could put that student's name and they could tell you what the specific issue was. If they were misbehaving because they thought they would get by with something with a sub, this would be a great place to have evidence so that if you do need to call a parent in or you do need documentation, it's not just your word against the student's word, but it's nice to have this kind of documentation. I make a ton of copies. I have it in my emergency sub binder. Or if I've planned out my day, I write out my six classes of the day and I have them all laid out, and then I just simply ask them to put it in this folder. Nothing fancy. just has a little handwritten note there, and they simply put in the reports. I come back the next day, I read them, I say, excellent, 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 excellent. I hope. So again, it's simple, it's free, but it's very, very nice in helping us survive through something we all dread, which is substitute lesson plans. We hope you've enjoyed these survival freebies. We're here for you. We want to make your life as easy as possible, and we thought that these were a few things that would help with that.
So go download them. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.